Good afternoon. This devotional is being recorded for Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. Jesus has been betrayed. Jesus has been arrested. Malchus lost his ear. And they're in the turmoil in the garden as they've come to arrest Jesus. And here's what Jesus had to say about it. In Mark chapter 14, verses 48 to 52, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition. It said, Jesus asked them, "Am I some dangerous revolutionary that you come with swords and clubs to arrest me? Why didn't you arrest me in the temple? I was there among you teaching every day. But these things are happening to fulfill what the scriptures say about me." Then all his disciples deserted him and ran away. One young man following behind was clothed only in a long linen shirt. When the mob tried to grab him, he slipped out of his shirt and ran away naked. "Why are you doing this?" Jesus said. He challenged them. "Am I a dangerous man, some dangerous revolutionary? Am I rebelling against Caesar? Why are you doing this? Why didn't you come to me in the temple? I was teaching there every day. Why not arrest me publicly in front of God and everybody? Why the secrecy? Why do you have to come at night when nobody but the disciples is around? Why aren't you willing to do it openly? I was teaching daily openly." And then he answers the question. I'll tell you why. We're fulfilling the scripture. Here comes Jesus in one of the most dangerous times of his life, freely and willingly challenging those who are intent on doing him harm. The amazing courage, but also someone who has everything under control, because he said, we're doing this so the scriptures may be fulfilled. This has been written down a long time, and we're just fulfilling what the scriptures have said. Everybody else thinks this crowd is in control, this mob. But Jesus doesn't. Jesus knows that the Father's in control because he's had it written down from centuries past what was going to happen. This happened to fulfill what the scripture says about me. And what did the disciples do? They ran. They deserted him and ran away. They fled. They didn't want to be arrested. They didn't want to be hauled before the magistrates. They didn't want to receive any punishment. They ran. And one young man, wearing only a nightshirt, got grabbed. And he just let his clothes go and he fled away naked. Tradition identifies him as John Mark himself. But they scattered, each man for himself. All 11 of them had promised to stay. But as soon as the first one ran, they all ran. What do we do when things go bad? Do we remember what we promised? Do we remember to stand firm to our commitments? Or as soon as we see somebody else run away, do we run away? I'd be interested in which disciple ran first, but they sure all followed him fast. Each man for himself. What about us in our lives? Do we follow the crowd and run away as soon as they're stranger and we see somebody else going? Or do we stand and maintain and follow Jesus? What about your character? Do you have the character to follow Jesus when nobody else will? Do you have the character to stand by yourself if you know you're on God's side and correct? Or do you see everybody else running and decide you need to run too? It's what the disciples did. They all came back. They eventually became tremendous champions for the Lord. But on this night, not only could they not stay awake, but they ran as soon as they had the opportunity. What do? Do you follow the crowd, or do you follow Jesus? God bless you.